Fluffy Ditsu, thank you very much. We have a passionate Swedish professor this semester, and he speaks English exactly the way you said earlier. I've never been so close to the Scandinavian accent. No offense, he's a nice guy. Ah, you mean he speaks like this? The stereotypical Swedish accent? The one that's really, really interesting, or not really interesting, it's very noticeable, because nobody really knows how to say their R's properly. They don't know how to properly liquefy them, and their intonation is absolutely all over the place. So they just sounds like they learned English the other day and never even bothered to hear what a proper English speaker actually sounds like and even bother to imitate it. As a result, they kind of sound like this. They really struggle with the TH sounds. They either say it as like a hard T, or they mess it up in some other way. That's basically how it works. The shade is not really as much shade. It's just something that you notice when you're surrounded by this stuff often enough. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, way in the past, I also had a very thick accent, but it went away over the years when I got to speak with more and more native speakers, and eventually I started picking up their actual whatever accents they had. As a result, my accent when I speak in English it's very mixed with different types of English from all over the world, and that's usually why native English speakers can tell that I'm not actually a native English speaker, at least when it comes to people from North America. The reason they notice is because they can't place my accent, because usually they're just like, where the heck are you from? When they think something like that about a person, that's usually when they realize, oh, you're not actually from here. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that thing now. I absolutely hate that accent so much. You're such a hard worker. Honestly, I didn't even work hard at it. It's just something that happened. I didn't actively go out of my way to erase my accent or anything like that. It just sort of happened. And I do still have an accent. It's not like completely erased. It's just that the Scandinavian-ness about it have diminished. It's not as pronounced as it used to be. Usually when I get really heated and really into something and I don't really think as much. Oh my god, hold on. I gotta have a drink. It gets way more pronounced. But it never gets as bad as people with really thick Swedish accent. Why's my throat like this? Yeah. Don't die. I'm trying. Just got back. It would be a shame if I croaked right now. Local people think I have no accent, but English people think I speak weird. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people say that, oh, you don't have an accent, but everybody does have an accent. I guess they say that to people who have English as their second language, and people think that, oh, you don't have an accent. I remember one time, a long time ago, when I met the parents of a friend of mine. God dang it. Hold on. I met the parents of one of my friends that was in North America. And when I met them, I introduced myself and I said, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Ike. And they just looked at my friend, and their mom was just like, "Aw, I'm so sad. He doesn't have an accent." Because apparently they wanted to hear my accent, and they were disappointed that I didn't have as pronounced of a Swedish accent as they would have liked. But later on, when it actually slipped through a little bit, and their mom actually lit up and was just like, "Oh, there it is. I can hear it now. There's the accent." And they seemed so pleased with themselves. Let them hear the accent. I don't like when my accent creeps out, so if anything, if I can at all help avoid people hearing it, then that's what I'll do. I've become more used to it just being a thing that slips through every now and again. So it is what it is now. I don't care as much anymore. Right now, I just speak in a way that feels natural to me in the moment, and if that happens to be when my accent sort of slips through like crazy, then that's what happens. That is simply what happens. Ike, but your accent is cute. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you think so. It's nice that somebody thinks that. Accents are charming. It's just that I think that my accent is not charming. Whenever I hear like an accent, I usually think like, oh, that's such a charming accent. Oh my gosh. Please don't get rid of it. It's charismatic. Charismatic. Ike's accent is flamboyant. Girl. Sorry. That's great. やる気が出ない、やる気が出ない、布団から出られない。